Your mic's not on.
Button. Okay, I'll try this once more. Okay, welcome to the April 21st, 2026 Raymore Planning and Zoning meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I will do roll call. Commissioner Parker,
Present.
Commissioner Shanks,
Present.
Commissioner Townsend,
Present.
Commissioner Harrison,
Present.
Commissioner Wiggins is not here, Commissioner Smith,
Present.
Commissioner Urquilla,
Present.
and the mayor is not present, and Commissioner Fizer is here. Okay, we will move on to, we have no personal appearances, so we'll move on to the consent agenda, the approval of minutes from the April 7th, 2026 meeting. Would anyone care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Urquilla, seconded by Commissioner Townsend. All in favor? Okay. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. In here. Okay. We don't have any unfinished business, so we will move on to new business.
Ma'am?
Yes?
I will be recusing myself from the case number 26005 tonight for new business.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to case number 26005, Site Plan Amendment, South Metro Fire District Administration Building Addition. Would the applicant or city who's giving the presentation?
All right, good evening, members of the commission. Before you, we have a planning application staff report that was submitted by the applicant, Shannon's Lab of Hofer Welker, on behalf of the property owner, Chief Lee Stevens. The application was filed requesting a site plan approval for a building addition to the South Metro Fire District's administration building. The project will add offices, a conference room, kitchenette, and boardroom programs to the east side of the existing building. Currently, the property is zoned C2 general commercial and consists of 1.09 acres in total size. Back on July 6th of 2021, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted to approve the original site plan for the existing administration building that sits there today. As it pertains to specifically for this project, landscaping and screening, they are proposing a 6-foot tall privacy fence along the property along the south property line with this project. The site was originally developed with the Fire District's administration building prior to the approval of the residential subdivision to the south. Due to the timing of these projects, the building addition will not have to comply with the typical screening requirements that we see for C2 general commercial zone properties when they're under development next to a residential development. However, they are going to go ahead and build a 6-foot tall privacy fence to kind of separate the two land uses. Right now there is a few trees that I believe are there on the residential side, but they'll be putting up a 6-foot fence to kind of further separate that. Staff is recommending that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact for case number 26005, South Metro Fire District's Administration Building Addition, and would be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions?
Administrative question, if I
Okay.
may, Madam Chair. Just for the applicant's property owner, is it appropriate for the chief's name to be listed or the entity? Should it be South Metro? As this moves through the process, should it be, is that normal, or would it be the fire district's the entity name?
Technically, the fire district was the applicant. I think on the application, Chief Stevens is listed as the contact name.
Okay.
Most of our correspondence has been with the engineering and the architecture firm on the project at this point.
Okay, I see. So when it moves, should it move beyond the plan and zoning, it goes into the council, it'll have the South Metro Fire District's naming, or would it still reflect? I'm not used to seeing like the chief's name as the property owner of a,
Yeah, no, certainly. And we can change that. Just a reminder, for site plan amendments or site plans, they will not proceed to city council. So
Thank you.
assuming it
Thank
gets
you.
approved, and that we can revise that in the staff report if you'd like.
it was just a curiosity, I'm just getting used to it, so,
Yeah.
thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
Yeah. Do you guys anticipate any further expansion, I guess? And I suppose that would be of the fire department that I'd be asking that. But is there any intention to expand the property further? Anyone? Sorry, I threw you off there.
Chief, can you come up to the microphone? Sorry.
Yeah, state your name and address for the record, please.
Name and address, Lee Stevens, 24901 East 101st Street, Lee Summit, Missouri. No, there's only just a little over 1 acre of property there. So once this building is built, there's no more room to put any additional expansion. We don't have any plans for any expansion anywhere else right now, but as the community grows, that could, a few years, we'll see. So, but not on that property, no.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks.
No more questions? Okay, thank you. All right, if there are no more questions or comments, would anyone care to make a motion?
Chairwoman,
Yes?
I'd like to make a motion that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact and approve case number 26005, site plan, South Metro Fire District Administration Building Addition.
Second.
Okay. A motion, let's see, that staff accept the proposed finding of fact and approve case 26005, site plan South Metro Fire District Administration Building Addition. Motion by Commissioner Arkia and seconded by Commissioner Shanks. Everyone, I'm trying to think what I say next. Yes, any discussion, thank you. Okay, all right, those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, seems unanimous, so that will pass. Okay, now we will move on to our second item, which is the housing unit inventory update.
Thank you. At our last meeting, there was a brief discussion about housing units that are existing, under construction, planned. And so staff tonight, really just for informational, unless there's any pressing questions, wanted to at least provide this to the commission and to kind of explain what these numbers mean. So there was 2 charts that we put into the staff report or the packet for this evening. The first one would be what our housing units look like today, and those would be housing units that are either permitted for construction or are already built and have somebody living in them, occupied. And so across the city, through the varying types of homes that we have over 10,000 dwelling units in the city. Predominantly, the bulk of those are detached single-family dwelling units, and then 2-family duplexes, multifamily and fourplexes, and apartments are broken out with their respective percentages. So, this is a chart that gets updated every month when we issue new permits, and I generally report that to the council every month. So I wanted to give that to you all first and foremost so you could kind of see what it looked like, at least as of March. And then the other things that staff tracks would be projects that we have approved that maybe have not come forward for a final plat, but they had a certain number of lots that the commission and the council approved within that project, or final plats that have lots that have been platted that are existing, but they have not had a home permitted on that yet. And so there's just different numbers that we plug in as we permit new homes and build new lots. So the second chart that I provided to you would be of all of the planned or currently under construction or preliminary approval projects that we have, in general, and I'll kind of list some of those off of the currently approved projects. So we have, there's still a handful of lots approved for development in Creekmore. The commission most recently just approved the Creekside Ranch final plat, 23 lots there. We have about 340 lots still to be built in the Parkside subdivision. Prairie View is just bringing their second phase online with about 56 more lots, and so we'll see that here in the near future. Saddlebrook, we just approved the final plat for that here a while back, and the second one will probably be before you all here in the next several months. And then Sendera, which has approximately 253 more lots to be built or platted at some point in the future. So that would generally make up what is our single-family inventory for the next, as we continue to see those developments come forward. From a two-family standpoint, there are 70 lots that are available, or 70 units that could be built within the Timber Ridge subdivision. There's 35 lots there, so 70 duplex units. None of those have been permitted yet. They will probably be submitted for permits within the next month, so you probably see some construction over there. And then the other bigger project would be the Timber Trails mixed use, or the Iconic project. There's 300 apartment units that are approved but not yet permitted there. So that number in total, there's about 1,600 more dwellings that have been approved but not built yet, which is the other portion of that. And so when you take those two different areas or data points and plug them in, that's what gives you the second chart that I put into your packet, which is if all of those dwelling units were constructed tomorrow, that's how the general impact that it would have on our housing unit inventory across those different dwelling types, from single family all the way up to apartments. And so, we're in a time frame right now, we really haven't had any new preliminary plats or new subdivisions come in. We've primarily been building out previously approved projects that have been coming to you all in phases. We've had some interest here in the last year, kind of poking around at different pieces of land, and so we're hopeful this year we may have a few new subdivisions to bring to you all for review. But really just all that was, since the question was asked, this isn't something that we really go into a lot of detail in often, but it is something that gets asked about quite a bit when we start approving new projects or talking about new phases of projects, and just what that does to our unit breakdown across the city. So really tonight was just meant to be for informational. If there's any further questions that you all have, we can dive deeper into it, or if there's any follow-up information that you all have, we can certainly come back to you all with that at a later date as well. That really concludes the update on item B.
Do any commissioners have any questions? Commissioner Townsend?
Not a question, but a comment. I appreciate the update on the future build-out. That does put some perspective on the numbers in the mix. Did council or the staff have what is an acceptable balance? Right now it looks like it's just swagging numbers, 70-30, percentage point. Has there ever been an acceptable mix of single-family and multifamily apartments?
We had a few discussions about that when we were going through the adoption of the comprehensive plan to try and nail down some targets, and that we never really came to a consensus on what that specific number is. Rather, generally the direction of the council was just to keep a close eye on what these percentages are as each new project comes forward. And so we've tried to do a better job of updating this every month. Between January and now, we've generally permitted about 15 new homes each month. So we're on track to kind of meet our permitting targets for this year. And then, like I said, in the next couple of months, we'll probably see the permits there on some two-family dwellings and apartments. And so we'll just keep an eye on those, and whatever the next rezoning or subdivision project that comes forward, I'm sure these will be part of that discussion as it kind of looks at the impact of that.
And do we kind of manage the gas pedal, if you will, with respect to what happens first to kind of keep those percentages in a mix, or we just let the market be the market and have things come forward?
It really is, more dependent probably on the market. The thing that can really influence these numbers quickly is that, I expect the construction of those 300 units at Iconic to probably take a year or two, depending on how quickly they have other components of that project they have to be working on as well. But the notion of that is it takes considerably far longer to build 300 new single-family homes than it does one apartment complex. And that's really the point of kind of these charts, is we can plug in, what does 300 new apartments do to our balance while we're currently building, 15 homes a month will add up in the single-family category as well. And so a lot of that probably is market-driven on what a developer thinks they can support here, but I know the council was very interested in taking a look at this specifically at every new project that comes forward.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Vice Chair.
And kind of piggybacking on that, we have had projects where they were looking at doing multifamily and then have switched it to single family and so on because of town response, correct?
Yeah, we've had some areas like where, maybe not entirely from two-family to single-family, but we've had some compromises where they've removed some units in place of some lower density or single-family lots. And so I imagine that will be a lot of the discussion on whatever the next project is, if it's a mixed project like that.
Any other questions? So we don't need to vote or anything on this? It's
No,
just
it was just
information?
simply informational.
Okay. All right, then, let's see. Okay, we can move on to, well, we won't have a city council report unless, do you have a? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to staff report then.
Excellent, thank you. And as I mentioned, Mr. Perry's not here tonight. I don't think they had too much to report on this evening, but there's only two things I wanted to share with the commission tonight. The first one, and Commissioner Fizer asked about it earlier, every year we do have our planning conference that staff attends every year. This year, both Mr. McCumber and I have decided to attend a different conference and not the National APA Conference. And so we'll follow up tonight with some information on that conference. It's going to be in Arkansas, both between Bentonville and Fayetteville. A little bit different programming than what we typically go to, so we're excited for that. It is on the week of May 12th, and so if there's any commissioners that are interested, we can certainly get you signed up for that. The APA conference that we historically have gone to, I don't know that I have the dates for that, but I can look that up, and if anybody still wants to attend that one, since it's the one that we've attended the most, we can certainly still.
I think it starts this week.
Okay, then I guess we can't
So
arrange that.
that's why I was pretty sure we weren't.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know if it was later or earlier. I think it is. Yeah, I think it
No,
is.
I
And
would have
everybody
brought it
gets
up a
to
lot
go.
sooner if it was.
This year it's in Detroit, and so this other organization came up that Mr. McCumber and I had joined, and they had a conference that we wanted to kind of see what it was like. So we'll follow up. I'll follow up with you all and get you the information with some of the programming. And if you're interested, just reach out, and staff can help get your arrangements taken care of. The second item would be I did want to let the commission know. Ms. Jordan has been our administrative assistant for over 5 years now, and working with the commission, taking care of the minutes and all the important stuff that it takes to keep you all in line and staff in line. And I did want to let, unfortunately, she will be leaving us here at the end of the beginning of next week to take a new opportunity elsewhere, which we're really excited about for her. And I just wanted to let the commission know she's served you guys all very quietly, kind of behind the scenes. I just want to recognize her for the work that she's done and getting you all the minutes and arranging all the packets and getting the nameplates ready and all the stuff that goes unseen. So wish her the best in her next opportunity, and we will miss her greatly.
All right, thank you. We have any public? I don't see any, so I'm going to assume we have no public comments. We can move on to commission member comment. I will start at the far right with Commissioner Parker.
I have no comments, thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Shanks?
Ms. Jordan, congratulations. We did not approve your resignation letter, though, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But no, best of luck to you, and thank you for doing the deeper dive on the mix. I think that was helpful to see that and kind of get a better understanding of where we are and where we're heading, at least in the what's planned. So, yeah, thank you for that. And yeah, thank you for the site plan report and having that all ready for us and making these meetings as painless as possible. So thank you, guys.
Okay. Commissioner Townsend?
Thank you. Yes, congratulations and good luck to you at your next opportunity. Definitely been a value add to the committee and the commission here. Awesome. You all make it look easy. Sometimes we get beat up for how fast we get things done, but it's you put things in front of us and put very good detail behind it, and we appreciate that because it keeps us informed. And that's all I got this evening. So thank you again.
Okay. Commissioner Harrison?
No comment tonight.
Okay. Commissioner Smith?
Just going to echo everything everybody's already said. Appreciate the housing update and everything. It's nice to have these numbers. That way, if anybody asks, we have something to refer back to. And Emily, best of luck. You've always been great to work with. Anytime I've stopped in for anything, even beyond planning and zoning. So,
Okay. Commissioner Kia?
Yeah, you will be missed. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you. And yeah, just echo everything else as far as everything that the city staff does for us. It does make our jobs a lot easier. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, and I agree with everyone. I think you will be missed, but congratulations on a new adventure. I don't really have much other than we had the Raymore Arts Commission art competition last Friday, despite a tornado. It was pushed back an hour, but there was actually a lot of people. I thought were going to show up, and there were 4 people, and it was full. So it was very exciting. Lots of cool art in our city. So I always encourage everybody to attend as many, local activities and events as you can. And that's all I have. So if anyone would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Urquía, second by Commissioner Smith. All in favor? I think that's unanimous. So thank you all.